India just attacked Pakistan. India and Pakistan are both known to have over 170 nuclear weapons, and folks are now concerned that this attack could escalate into some form of broader war or, worse, nuclear warfare. Now, in this video, I'm going to go through the background as to why these attacks happened and specifically what just occurred. It's also worth noting that Donald Trump is hanging a carrot of enthusiasm. Just moments ago, he says he is very saddened to hear what's happening between India and Pakistan. But the good news is there's going to be some earth-shattering and positive announcement to come within the next few days. So it sounds like he has some kind of announcement up his sleeve. Some people think that could be a partial trade deal with the United Kingdom and the United States on autos and steel tariffs. TBD, but so far, Donald Trump doesn't have much of a comment on exactly what's going on. So apparently, footage from this event that's circulating right now, it seems to, to me, it almost makes it feel like people were anticipating this. We have what appear to be law enforcement vehicles blocking the road ahead, and then we could see a missile strike with a lot of people held on the road. Fortunately, so far it looks like one child was killed, though, and a few other were injured. TBD how many more casualties will end up being reported. But here is a video footage of the strike. It's one of them. Now, India claims that this is a strike against a terrorist infrastructure in Pakistani-controlled regions within the Kashmir region in response to the terrorist attack within India, or India's region, where 26 individual civilians were killed by terrorists. Now, Pakistan has rejected any of their involvement in this attack, and they call these allegations false. But just 2 weeks ago, on the 22nd of April, we saw the worst terrorist attack in decades in India, and India blames Pakistan for this. Again, Pakistan disagrees. However, since then, we've started to see escalations really start picking up, and it culminated today, or some say started today, with a strike on 9 sites in Pakistani-operated areas. 2 mosques were apparently hit per Pakistan. Pakistan says Indian planes did not enter Pakistani airspace, and that all of the targets were civilian targets. None of them were military infrastructure targets. India calls this Operation Sindoor. They also specify that they did not target any Pakistani military. However, again, one child appears to be, dead as a result of this attack. India says they exercise considerable restraint in the selection of these targets. And some of the escalation that we've seen over just the past few weeks has been not only after the attack, the promise by India to hunt down terrorists in the region who attacked India, but also limiting the potential flow of water in a 6-decade water-sharing treaty called the Indus Water Treaty. This is potentially a way for India to divert water away from Pakistan or to utilize more water that is otherwise flowing towards Pakistan for their hydroelectric power production or irrigation for their farmland. Pakistan and India had already been limiting travel between the two countries for quite a while, but just recently we've had airlines banned from landing in opposing airports, and we've also locked down border crossings. Bus travel had already been limited. India canceled almost all visas recently for Pakistanis. There's a deadline for them to return. Ships carrying or flying the flag of the other country can't dock in a port of the other country. So basically no Pakistani ships in India, no Indian ships in Pakistan. Pakistan banned trade with India, though trade was already quite limited after 2019. These conflicts have been going on for quite a while. It's worth remembering that over 2/3 of India, maybe even more, is Hindu or practices Hinduism, where people say as much as 80% of India is Hindu, with the exception of like Jammu, one of the capitals of the Kashmir region. The capitals switch depending on whether it's winter or summer. I know that's kind of weird. But in Jammu, for example, 66% of the population is Hindu. But most of the Kashmir region is is essentially Muslim. Individuals are Muslims, are followers of Islam, right? So you potentially have some religious tension between the Hindu and a Muslim side. Pakistan is also substantially poorer than India. Let's pull up a quick GDP look here. India GDP for 2023 was about $3.5 trillion. It's worth noting that we were somewhere around 26. So that makes India's economy about 7.4 times smaller than ours. So our economy in the United States, obviously a lot larger. But if you then compare to Pakistan, Pakistan's economy is about 1/10 the size of India's. So as much as we are 7 times larger than India, Pakistan is 10 times smaller than India, with a GDP of just 337 billion in 2023, and a lot of their country being and government being relatively reliant on International Monetary Fund loans and loan programs and aid programs, leading India to suggest that the IMF should really be looking into and reviewing these loans to Pakistan, because they're frustrated that Pakistan is essentially getting money that India alleges is being used to funnel cross-border terrorist activity against Indians. So all of this very important, especially since both of these are nuclear powers. Now the question is, well, the Indian army says they're responding in a calibrated manner. What kind of retaliation are we going to see from Pakistan? There is talk that Pakistan is going to respond. Apparently, Pakistani media is already looking into or reporting that there are counterattacks being conducted on India. This is very unclear right now, and I haven't seen any kind of reporting on that. As far as I could tell, there have been 9 strikes against locations within Pakistan and Pakistani-occupied territory. Pakistan has so far only reported 5 different hits. Now, if we look at a breakdown, sort of a Kashmir map, if you will, it's worth remembering that there are actually 3 regions of control in the Kashmir area. You've got the Indian control, you have Chinese control, and this is just a random photo here that I think is actually pretty useful for looking at this, and then you have the Pakistani control here. Here's another useful map from National Geographic, and it shows you the Kashmir region, which originally was just a valley, but has really expanded since then. You could see towards the east, you've got China in red. Towards the west, you've got Pakistan, and towards the south, you've got India. Abbottabad is also relatively close to this region here, which what's interesting about that is where Osama bin Laden was killed. Not within the Kashmir region, but very close to the border of it, for what that's worth. But anyway, this is the area of conflict. This is where attacks are being conducted again by India into the Pakistani region of this Kashmir area here. So watch for this story to develop. We'll see exactly what's going on. I'll keep you updated with what's going on here. Appreciate you watching, and if any of this makes you nervous, nuclear war, it's always kind of crazy. Make sure you check out life insurance, paid sponsor of the channel. Go to metkevin.com/life, and you get life insurance on your phone in as little as 5 minutes. Just like you could also download the Meet Kevin app in as little as 5 minutes on your phone. And you can customize notifications for either stock or financial news, geopolitical news, Trump news or political news, whatever you'd like. Go check it out on your app store for Android or Apple. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and good luck.
Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this.
We'll try a little advertising and see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. You have done so much. People love you. People look up to you.
Kevin Paffrath there, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Always great to get your take.